Hey guys, here's the explanation video about the Ivara survival. First of all, you need to be on solo. Why? Because you need to be able to pause the game. If you're gonna play for 5 hours or more, you need to be able to pause the game. So, when you start, the mobs are first low level, so you don't need to finish them. You need to just go, walk towards them, and the most important thing, loot them. Get their loot first, then kill them. Now you can kill them with your bow, you can kill them with your melee weapon. I prefer the bow, of course, and that's the reason why I use the Rakta Cyrnos, because you get the nice proc, which can kill the entire room of enemies, and it's pretty good for you. First of all, if there are any ancients, kill the ancients before the others. Now, when they become higher level, you will notice the lancers will become tougher first, and they won't be able to be killed by one shot. So then you need to finish them. Yeah, so these guys here are level 70. I probably won't be able to one-shot, yeah, as you can see. That's a good indicator that you should start putting them to sleep. And a good thing here is try to put as many of them to sleep with one shot, because you don't want to be wasting energy for one mob like this. You want to be putting 3 or 4 maybe. That's the reason why you should pick a small room, as small as possible. At first, when you're shooting them, you won't need to replenish your energy using restores, but when they get higher level, you'll need to do that. So you'll need to find a room which is suitable for that. An ideal room would be one that they cannot enter, like when I did the video, the bottom room of the circular kind of, I don't know how you call it these days, the tree room we call it. But if you don't have a room like that, you just get as far away as possible from the mobs, enter a room with no exit, and just remove your invisibility and use the restores. You can use 2 at once to become faster, to replenish your energy faster. So one thing which is important here is, even if the enemies do not have direct sight towards you, even if they cannot see you when you are replenishing your energy, they will find you and they will kill you. That's a Liam Neeson moment right there. I mean, that's just how they're programmed. So another thing you can do is, which I do not recommend, is use the cloak arrow. Sure, many of you will say, that's a great way, why wouldn't you want to do it? Because look, after a few seconds, your sentinel will actually become visible. Well, it will, I'm pretty sure. And then the mobs will start shooting it. And if they shoot you, you're gone. If they hit you instead of him, you're gone. Yeah, after a few seconds, it just becomes visible. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the Shark Eximus scanned, and I can't spawn them here for you, but I wanted to tell you that when you kill the nullifiers, you need to know... Oops, wrong arrow, okay, that's embarrassing. You need to know that after about 5 seconds, they start replenishing. Oh, see, I didn't know that was possible even. The other nullifier walked over him and he removed the sleep from him. Okay, so when you get rid of their shields, or their fields rather, they take about 5 seconds after they start replenishing them again. So you need to kill them before that 5 seconds. Otherwise you might die. Also the Shark Eximus, you need to kill them as well because they do damage to you, although it's small. And the Ancients, because obviously they'll do the toxin, some of them to you. And you can use health restores if you get hit by toxin proc. They will replenish your health even though you're invisible. That's very important. Another important thing is don't put them to sleep in odd places like stairways or slopes like this, because okay, man, because they will be harder to finish that way. To be finished. Oh yeah, also, if you want to move fast, that's what I do. I double jump and then I roll. You don't ruin the invisibility and you move pretty fast. Also try to avoid, let me show you this now. Oh, they actually fixed that. Before, when you used to do that, this little shift here, when you get to the top, it used to ruin your invisibility. I see now they fixed that, that's pretty good, okay. Like, if you're not sure that you'll be able to finish them before the bubble starts expanding again, just wait for it, man. Wait for it. And do it. You have plenty of time. That would be an example of putting them to sleep in an odd place. This slope here. Okay, the drones. I would suggest never kill the drones from the start of the mission. Do not kill them, because what happens is you can't finish them. So as the mission goes on, what happened to me was I was walking around killing mobs, and then the mobs just stopped spawning. They just stopped coming. I was wondering what was happening. I started walking around and I found this room full of level 3000 drones. There were probably 20 of them there, and I couldn't kill them. So at this point I thought I messed up the whole survival and I'll need to extract because no other mobs were spawning and I obviously couldn't kill the drones. So if something like that happens, you would like to have drones level 50 or so. So do not kill them, guys. The video is getting pretty long, so I'll just go back to my ship and show you my builds and talk about them real quick, because my upload speed is terrible. DDoS attacks once again. Please, no. There you go. Okay, many of you asked why Rakta Cernos. Well, you can use any other bow. I just like the proc, as I mentioned earlier. It kills the entire room. It's very important that you do not use radiation, because if you use radiation and it procs on some mob and all the other mobs that are around them will start shooting in, and if they hit you, you're gone. So that's why you don't use radiation here. That's pretty much my regular Cernos build. Pretty straightforward, corrosive, crit chance and crit damage. I was using magnetic before on my haiku, but that really doesn't matter. You use it just to remove the shields, the nullifier fields. You can even use a... Actually, this build is probably bad. Yeah, this is the better build. Without this, probably. You need the mutation. Yeah, fire rate is good, and magazine capacity as well. Oh yeah, the sheave. Well, why the sheave? Yeah, because actually it was supposed to be a test run for the sheave, because I read some stuff on the wiki for it, and I thought it might be pretty good. I would use the Karist probably
The old war operator
instead of the sheave, but it was a test run, which ended up being a 5-hour run. So you don't need anything else. You need just covert lethality. Yeah, I use prime reach as well, but I suggest really use the Karist, guys. Why? Because it has more damage, and because if you don't have a bow with a proc, you can just walk up to them, steal their stuff, and then hit them with the Karist. It'll kill them instantly until probably minute 35 or something. You need life strike for sure, reach, because sometimes maybe you wouldn't like to switch to your haiku to kill the nullifiers, and if you have extra range you can use your melee weapon to get rid of their fields. And that's a good point right there. That's why I use speed holster, because most of the times you're switching. Every time you shoot the sleep arrow, it switches secretly to your Artemis bow, that's your ultimate, and then you need to switch back to your melee or whatever to kill them. So that's pretty much my build. You can use rank 4 fleeting. It will get you up to 175 efficiency, which is the maximum. And also it will reduce your duration by a bit more, but that's not really a big deal since, see, that's, you take steal time is 1.03. It will probably be 1.1 something. I don't think I have rank 4 fleeting. Rank 5 don't. Okay. So that's not a big deal, you can use the max one. So guys, I think that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, if I forgot to cover something, if I wasn't clear enough on something, or if my English just sucks and I messed up some words there, just let me know in the comments and I'll try to answer them, all your questions. And once again, a big thank you to everyone that supports me, all your nice comments. Thank you, it really motivates me to make more videos.